Welcome to Crime Time News, JA News and Entertainment with a buzz. It seems as if mental illness is a big thing in Jamaica. A whole lot of persons, including family member and even worse. The relevant authority who are supposed to make sure that these persons are assigned to the appropriate place, meaning Bellevue or other institution, such as that. This video is a perfect example. Just imagine you have persons like that are out here, very dangerous, very aggressive, could take persons' life, could harm persons, could do all manner of evil. Because you saw that person at the start of the video where they kind of fake like they want to lick somebody. They then walked towards a truck, one of them big truck that was passing, and this young lady was going about her business, was not really aware. That crazy person pushed that person. That person could have fell under that truck, and the rest would have been history. Now, people, more than likely, that person is going to do something, then the relevant authority is going to take note, and they are going to take action. Why is it that Jamaicans are so reactive instead of being proactive? Somebody have to lose them life, or a lot of persons have to get hurt before they move and do anything. This is a case where this person needs to be institutionalized in the proper institution, meaning Meadows, Bellevue, point blank, and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is some very sad news in which 2 officers lost their life. Based on the information, it said that they went to a location. Information is that somebody that they knew lost their vehicle. They traced that vehicle back to a specific location. When they went on the location, them drape up some people. However, this was a volatile community. It is said that some men from the area, I don't know if they were guarding the area, these men were off duty. They did not know that they were police officers. It is said that a car filled with persons rolled up, blazed up some shot. Those 2 officers were taken to the hospital where they were pronounced. Well, people, like I've always said, for every action is an equal and opposite reaction. The ACP of the JCF, his name is Michael Phipps. He responded, and also Security or Justice Minister Dr. Horace Chang. I want you to take a look at exactly what they had to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Area 4 Commander ACP Michael Phipps is urging the suspects involved in the killing of 2 policemen to turn themselves in. The incident took place in Waltham Park last evening. Reports are that the deceased, Constable Charles Audley Stewart and Constable Jamari Gordon, were at a car wash Carmart when they were fatally shot. The policemen were attached to the Spanish Town Police Station and the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, respectively.
These persons, Junior Brown, Cordell Insang, otherwise called Squidley, and Macarius Monroe, otherwise called Mackie, to turn themselves in to the police no later than 6 p.m. today.
In the meantime, Deputy Prime Minister and National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang has condemned the murders, calling them an attack on the very foundations of law, order, and public safety. He vowed that the full weight of the state will be brought against those responsible. Mr. Chang, that's Dr. Chang, expressed condolences to the families and the JCF, urging anyone with information to come forward.
Now, people, just in case you did not know, you did not get the memo, you did not read the notice board, you did not get the message in the bottle. Whenever an officer loses his life, 99.99999% of the time, those persons responsible and even persons that are indirectly are persons that are affiliated, meaning family members or friends, persons that are going to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. When the police come for those persons of interest or even worse, these suspects and even worse, the trigger man, just know say everybody are going to go down in a hole. So therefore, the ACP is telling these people, make sure say you turn in yourself by X amount of hours or else you will be X'd out. And you hear, Dr. Horace Chang also make it very known. Listen, we are going to take you out. Anybody that takes any police out, it is an attack on the state. It is a terroristic act, and they are not going to spare any sorts of manpower, any source of resources, you are going to also go down in some hole with the rest of person that try the same thing. Like I always said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different result. These person must have seen the result. However, these person will see the result directly, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, based off a video that has been circulating all over social media, where it is confirmed that a Spanish Town teacher that lives in a Spanish Town, St. Catherine, her name, 29-year-old Tara Pinnock, and her 14-year-old daughter, Talia Pinnock, they were juk up, STABBED up, in her house. Based on the information, it is said that she works at the Bridgeport Primary School, and it is understood that Mrs. Pinnock have not been to work for a couple of days or so. So I guess her co-workers, her boss kind of got concerned and they went by the house. Police went by the house. When they went by the house, they saw these two persons in a BLOOD bath. Now people, since then, the father of that little child came out and he's saying, boy, he is so distraught, and people, we can kind of understand that. He don't know what is going on. All he knew is that she has a relationship with the next man. Him not really know the man. He don't really know what type of person that man is. And based on what the police are saying, they are looking for the stepfather or the new man of this teacher. And he needs to turn himself over to the police before the police turn him into the land of the living, DEAD. Now, people, when we listen to stuff like this, and based on the information that I am getting, this is all about domestic dispute that went to the worstest form. It is very sad that a lady that is a teacher that is out here teaching our children, giving them discipline in school, has to lose her life because she basically chose the wrong man. Sometimes a lot of these women pick up men, and then sometimes you don't know somebody until you know them. It is different to think you know somebody until you start living with that person and then you see their true attitude. And it seems as if that is the case in this case, unfortunately so for the teacher and their daughter, family and friends and co-workers, point blank and period.
I'm on the road, boy. Public service announcement, boy. We are telling the JLP'S, which way the town, sir? Third class. After God are you, man. Yes, God said let there be light. And JLP'S come put you back in that darkness. JLP'S, we give up, man. Third class. Eh? I become the thief like a current one time, I mean, 240,000 we have to give up. We give up, sir. We dash in the towel. After God are you. And I step of us.
That are cool.
Listen to me. If you want to know how important JLP'S is, run one generator for 1 day. And you will see. 1 day. I mean, in a night, you know. Just 4 hours in a day. 4,500 that. And that a 1 month JLP'S bill. And JLP'S be thinking it there. JLP'S I need to see and buy you one beer. Eh? All I imagine when they never run a generator yet, they still can cost JLP'S. Listen to me, I have to dash out of meat out of my ass fridge, give me dog them. I said it's more cheaper to lock off the fridge. Eh? We go check one of the virgin last night. And him have fiend generator running at night. He said not running at day, running at night. I said, my lad, you don't say, yeah, this storm should not take up your pussy hole. You want light for sleep? Eh? He said, that this is sleep with a man. Will you mash it under your pillow or your AK? Eh? Pretty mama. Look like it's storm no pass on a few way. You stress, mama? And talk to me now, man. Eh? Yep. Hear me, I tell you, back to JLP'S. Do your JLP'S, listen to me, JLP'S. Lord Jesus, boy, me I tell you. You can't go on to the internet. But you back with JLP'S, man. What JLP'S stand for? J. Just please. Just please stay.
So the next thing that is popping in the news based on that video that was posted by dancehall reggae artist Cargo. Cargo is very hilarious. Him head kind of go and come sometimes, but he's definitely hilarious. He's talking the truth though in this case, because it is fly high, fly low. You have to deal with JPS unless, of course, you have a generator or you have some sort of solar system. Solar system being way, way cheaper. Just in case you don't know, if you don't have one of those new energy efficient generator, and even if you do, the cost is very high. The cost for those generators are more expensive than the average generator. So therefore, it is best if you just use, if you don't have a solar system, it is best if you just use JPS, which is actually the monopoly. Maybe 99 point something percent of Jamaican use JPS. And believe me, the bill is extreme. And believe me, before this storm, they made sure they made an announcement. They put out a disclaimer that expect high JPS bill. Well, people, we haven't seen the bill yet, but you can best expect that it is going to be very, very high. So in other words, fly high or fly low, JPS is going to screw us. If it's not the generator cost that is going to KILL us, it is going to be JPS for sure. One thing for certain and two things for sure is either taxes, the government, JPS, or bills are going to kill it. Point blank and period.
Cokehead BUJU, why you always a try embarrass Jamaica? Cokehead BUJU, why you always a try embarrass Jamaica? Why I hear things people are for going to look over 300 plane come between the airport, Norman Manley and Montego Bay Airport, and nobody no miss nothing. Why you did I under some coke? Come see up on TV at taste coke already, you know. You go, you embarrass Jamaica, you go prison. Now storm blow, and you still a try embarrass Jamaica. I'm not going to send about you. I'm not going to send for embarrass Jamaica. Because I don't know who you is, you know. You used to be my DJ back in the days, but right today days, I don't know who. Because I see all on stage just skin out. And man, I look up under you. So I don't know who you is these days. But stop embarrass Jamaica. Stop embarrass Jamaica. Because I know you're PNP. But stop embarrass Jamaica. Because you know when you put out them thing there, you're icon. All over the world, people know you. So them are going to run with it. You know, if you stop it. You know, if you stop it. Because you're going like say things come at airport and you go pick them up and you see the airport them missing. When one warehouse them missing over Spanish Town. That if anything missing. Because I must say Mark Golin set you up for this. Because uno PNP I try embarrass Jamaica. See, Andrew Wallace is on the worst nightmare. Like how Usain Bolt are the goat for running, Michael Jordan are the goat for basketball, Lara are the goat for cricket, Andrew Wallace are the goat for politics. Because when Andrew go through, people used to say PG, but PG beat only the JLP. PG only beat Edward Siago. When PG in a power, no social media and phone never about. Andrew Wallace beat Portia. Him beat Peter Phillips. Him beat Dirty Mark Golin. Him beat social media. Him beat the Integrity Commission. Him beat the RGR Group. Him beat CVM TV. Him beat IRA FM. Him beat Sun City. Him beat all of the big entertainers in Jamaica. Him beat the Maroon. Him beat Civil Society. Him beat everybody. So Andrew is the goat. And Andrew on the worst nightmare. I'm telling you something. When you saw no go around and disrespect Jamaica and disrespect Andrew Holness and the man just silent, where Andrew Holness lick, it hurt. September 3. And that's why it hurt. So that's why the whole of you come for him. I don't love him. I'm tired to see him face. That me I tell you now. Like a cokehead, go sit down.
Now, people, you saw this video, what this man has to say. Obviously, JLP supporter, nothing wrong with that. Everybody free to choose who they choose. BUJU Banton, definitely PNP supporter. However, based on what happened, what does that really have to do with politics? Are you saying that BUJU Banton did not lose his stuff? Are you saying that BUJU Banton and his affiliates that contributed hundreds of thousands of US dollars to come to Jamaica on a big cargo plane filled, would actually say something petty that him lose a stove or him lose some sorts of Starlink satellite dish, just to create some sorts of public mischief, just to make the JLP and Johannes look bad, and just to, because he was sent, the motivation, he was sent by Mark Golden. What type of evidence do you have of that? However, on the other hand, what type of evidence do we have? Say that persons working at the airports, major airports meaning Norman Manley, Sangster International Airport, have been stealing for decades. So therefore, if somebody say them lose something there, so we should not be surprised. We should be surprised if persons say them not lose anything. I heard Mr. Vaz and you talk about 300 shipments. A lot of those persons that send stuff are persons that live overseas. Them no know so a thief. Them just expect say in a time like this, persons are going to be honest at least for once in them life. And persons are going to do the right thing and make sure say the goods that are destined for relief, for support of persons best in need are going to reach those persons. They would not think, they would not fathom for a second that people are actually taking advantage of the situation. And people, again, this has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with common sense and rational thinking. And I think that a lot of persons are clouded. So therefore, you're going to bash the man that made the effort, that put his money where his mouth is, took money from his pockets, blood, sweat, and tears to send something. We have never, hardly ever, seen any sort of video with any politician putting out stuff that they got for free, even worse, taking stuff from their pocket, putting out any sorts of effort. As a matter of fact, there's a lack of effort that we're seeing, efficiency and incompetence, that is all we're seeing. You're going to talk about BUJU's criminal record. Yes, he did. And yes, he was convicted, so therefore he is a convicted criminal. However, him do him time 8 years plus. He came back out and he's making amends. He has been rehabilitated. Him get back him US visa. Him the America him a tour. Yes, you're nitpicking because you talk about the dance. And you know, BUJU Banton is a stage show performer. So therefore, he was appeasing the lady. People see it and take it out of context. And yes, it kind of looked kind of weird, the way that he was dancing and gyrating like some salsa go-go. However, you know that that is BUJU. So therefore, stuff is taken out of context. But that is what psychopaths do. They always blame the person that is exposing them because they know that in order for them to look good, somebody else has to look bad. So therefore, you would rather to take up for a man that is showing and proving what he is doing. Rather, you would take up for the man that has done absolutely nothing, that have all sorts of question signs, can't even go back to the United States as a politician, top politician in Jamaica. Name a call upon the takeaway of a young girl. Name a call upon drugs, that is why he lost his visa. Name is calling upon all sorts of accusations and allegations. So when you think about the lowest subset of people in the whole entire world, especially Jamaica, we are talking about church cult people. We are talking about dancehall fans, and we are talking about fans of politicians. You cannot get any lower, and this person is one of the lowest that I've ever seen. He does not have any sorts of rational. Everything that he said for in excess of 3 minutes makes absolutely no sorts of sense. But then again, we should not be surprised. You can only expect to get a grunt. The only thing that you get from a pig is a grunt. Point blank and period.